There's talk of these skies driving men mad. Most of the highways
Clive.
Go on, then. It'd better all be here. You're rubbing me blind, you know.
Seems the hideaway has lost its appetite.
Is a storm coming soon? Will there be thunder?
Let me guess. You're here about the skies.
Is there anything you don't know, Lawsman?
It doesn't take a court astrologer to augur the obvious. As for what has disturbed the heavens, that, I believe, is a question of the fallen. And on the sixth day did the gods tear the sun from the firmament, visiting darkness upon their prideful sons. But I dare say you remember your childhood lessons on the sins of...
You think they're connected? That Ultima was one...
Well, he has certainly exhibited powers that we mortals would assert.
There is nothing divine about him.
But he wouldn't be the first god of whom that could be said, now would he? Yet for all the fairy tales that tell of the sins, there is almost nothing in the way of actual historical. Had I the Journal of Moss the Chronicler, I may have been able to tell you more, but alas, I fear all remaining copies have been... You will forgive me, I hope?
Certainly not. Because there is nothing to forgive. Even without this journal, you provided us ample wisdom. And we will always be... Perhaps Otto will be more inclined to share his thoughts when he hears what the others had to say.
Welcome back, Cid. As if setting our people free wasn't enough. Good news, everyone. The casks have been liberated. Here's to Cid. Don't be a stranger, Cid.
Clive, we have a problem.
Only one. That would be a first.
It would. Actually, there are three. We had as many owls arrive while you were at the shelves. Martha's got a Akashic out her gates, and talk of monsters roaming the hills outside of Northreach has put the wind up Isabel and her lot.
And don't forget Dalimil. Lubor says the village was raided by bandits.
When it rains...
It fucking pours. The curse breakers are spread thin, taking stock of the damage in the Dominion. And even if I could get word to all of them, I doubt they'd get here in time to make any real difference. Which means... there's only two people who can.
Jill and I.
Let them know we're on our way.
How may I help you today, Clive? Come again. I may...
Straight home Good girl. Enough of you, are there? Thanks, Cal. Too slow. Faster!
Peace at last.
Did you see that? Tell me you saw that. Faster!
Time to fight.
Let me introduce you to mine. And then there was one. Nice try.
That wasn't too bad, was it, Torgal?
Did you see that? Tell me you saw that.
Run like the wind. Time to fight. No more vengeance. No more war.
Did you see that? Tell me you saw that.
Good girl. Run like the wind. Easy. Fly, Emperor. I can walk from here.
Not the God's forsaken soul, eh? Only those who have nothing. So empty your pockets. Ah!
deserter turned outlaw. We were more similar than he knew.
Did you see that? Tell me you saw that.
Welcome to the Patron's Whisper. Come to claim your just desserts?
Aye, it's a dangerous world out there. It'd better all be here.
Cid! Your new companion appears much more formidable than your... Should I be worried?
You haven't been introduced.
Jill. Clive has told me much about you.
All lies, I'm sure.
Your Stolas said that Dalimil has a bandit problem.
Indeed. Although, you're a little late.
Any idea where they went?
The desert's a big place. Your guess is as good as mine. But the fact is, I have more immediate concerns.
What did you say to me?
As if by magic. Let's just say we've yet to reach a consensus about how... And at this rate, it won't be the actions of the bandits which prove to be our undoing. I've tried reasoning with the dissenting parties, but...
Perhaps we could talk to them.
What makes you think they'll listen to us?
What makes you think they won't?
She makes a fair point, Cid. And you won't have wasted much of your precious time if you fail. They're just across the courtyard.
Suppose we just follow the shouting.
Fucking thieving bastards. You wouldn't talk like that if it had been your men whose throats were slit. Blood for blood, it's the only way. We hire mercenaries and have them mount the bandits' heads on our walls as a lesson to the rest.
And what happens when those mercenaries are slaughtered like your men? Are you going to hire more? We're better off using that coin to buy food and supplies. If we hire mercenaries, the only thing we're buying is the bandits' ire. And you cannot fill empty bellies with that. Do you hear me?
But what happens when they come back? Maybe it'll be your throat that's slit.
That's enough. Both of you. Any more of this and I'll throw you out myself. Come back when you're ready to talk like adults.
Victor. What's he doing here?
Cid. And Lady Jill. What brings you?
I was about to ask you the same thing.
Kostnis is in chaos, and the markets have all but ceased to operate. The Briar's Kiss here in Dalimil is the only place I can reliably obtain supplies. I was here to do just that when Master Lubor told me of his troubles. He thought I might be able to talk some sense into these fools.
Who are those people?
Those were the thorns in Lubor's side. And the reason this place might be headed these accursed skies. The darkness is or an entire city, for that matter.
We're still working on the skies. Perhaps we can find a solution to Dalimil's problems.
I hope so.
So, you see my predicament?
What I saw was a room full of people who were angry and afraid, but if left to smolder, that anger and fear.
My thoughts exactly. What to do? Both sides wish to protect their homes and livelihoods, if only they could agree on how. But as long as they are divided...
And if there's one thing bandits like...
What would Cid the Out...
Well... He'd let them choose for themselves, and be on hand to pick up.
That sounds like a recipe for disaster.
A recipe for disaster is precisely what it is. But perhaps that realization, while it's plain neither Conrad nor Natalie will countenance, it may still be possible to make them doubt their own. Before presenting them with a third option.
And that would be?
To pool our resources and save the city ourselves.
When all that fear and anger can be directed at the bandits.
It appears we have a plan of action. Victor, pay Conrad a visit. See if you can't convince him of his folly. I'll speak with Natalie.
As you wish.
Your faces are not well known in this town. That may prove useful. Don't worry, Victor and I will do most of the talking. You need only play along.
Play along?
What he means to say is yes.
Picture it, Conrad. Ah, here she is. The Lady of the Spear herself. Conrad, may I introduce you to Jane, commander of the Red Wings, the oldest mercenary guild in the Free Cities.
A pleasure, my lady.
The pleasure is all mine.
As I told you, I summoned the commander here from Canver to inquire about a contract.
Victor says you told him no. That there aren't any men left to hire. Is that true?
True as the crystals cracked. Nobles came and claimed every last one worth his salt. And not just from us Red Wings. You know of the 7 high houses. There must be 2 swords assigned each one. Granted, we have a few boys left. If it's boys you're looking for.
Well, Conrad, are you saying that Dalimil's finest cannot defend this town better than that a band of beardless youths could better avenge the deaths of your brave men than you yourselves?
Absolutely not. We'll show those bastards who they're dealing with.
I can't believe that actually worked.
Conrad's not what you called the brightest candle in the crypt. And there's a reason why I had you do the talking and not Cid. Well played, my lady.
Then let us band together and show these brutes that Dalimil is not to be trifled with.
My shop.
If I had my pickaxe, I would...
I mean, it may still be possible to buy something. Ah, here he is now. Natalie, allow me to introduce Lord Underhill of Randall.
Underhill?
I was just telling the good lady of our conversation, my lord, and how you were lamenting the state of the...
Lubor says that not only are the granaries almost empty, but that war and the Blight mean...
Indeed, certainly. The nobles in the capital are buying up the city's stocks of barley and wine. It is only a matter of time before the peasants...
It is worse than I thought. And while I applaud your endeavors to dissuade our more bellicose citizens from seeking vengeance, which means that now, more than ever, we will need to secure what little we still have. Food, weapons, herbs, everything. If our humble town is to endure not only this hardship, but those that are certain to follow, we must stand united.
All right. If it will help to protect my home, I'll do it. But you needn't have gone through this charade.
Thank you, Clive.
She saw right through it.
I didn't say it was good. Merely that it produced the desire. Now, my scouts should be returning shortly.
I'm not convinced our roles in this ruse were entirely necessary.
I don't know. Conrad seemed quite taken with you.
Blood spilt. We need a plan.
Mummy, I'm scared.
Oh, I'm ruined.
Good news, Sid. Both Conrad and Natalie have somewhat graced with time. They may even...
Time no longer appears to be the...
I take it your scouts found the bandits.
Technically, it would be the bandits who found my scouts. All of them.
You're not serious.
They don't just want food, they want the whole...
I have a favor to ask. I'm told the bandits march in 2 groups. One from the south and one from the desert.
Very well. Jill and I will meet those...
The rest, my friend, the stakes I concede are high.
That is a lot of faith to put into those who had their hands around each other's throats.
Then it will be for us to see...
I thought you might say that.
We'll hold them off for as long as we can.
And we will do the same.
The women folk have come to welcome us.
I'll take that one.
They mean to overwhelm us.
The townspeople. Could they have held out?
I don't hear any fighting.
Then we should hurry.
Natalie, you did well out there. The inn would have been lost had you not...
Without you, there would have been no line to hold. You saved us, Conrad.
We all saved Dalimil.
Conrad seems to have had a change of heart.
I'd say they both have.
I take it from your presence that our visitors from the desert won't be joining us either. Pity.
The plan worked, Sid. Granted, it only took an army of bloodthirsty bandits at our gate.
Calm now, Victor. Why quibble over the deep? We are united. As for you, Sid, you fight.
I'll take that as a compliment.
This man's gonna die if we don't get him to a healer.
But all our beds are taken.
Martha, it's good to see you.
And you, Clive. Jill?
Otto said he'd been attacked by a Kashik.
Those skies are what happened. Not long after they fell down, there were hundreds of them. Tried to storm the hill. The rest are still down there now. And while we have...
What do you think, Clive?
That we join the fight.
I thought you'd never offer. Now, where I need you is the Fallen Gate. Let the men know you come to help.
We're on our way.
They were too fast.
Do you think there are as many as Martha says?
More.
You don't think they've abandoned us, do you?
Them not. Not a chance.
Clive, wounded.
We deal with the Akashic first.
These men don't have the look of hired swords.
If you've come to rob this place...
You are mistaken. We're here by Madame Mar...
How do you know my name?
Forgive me, my lord. There wasn't time for introductions.
Wade's men? But how did you come... Where is your commander?
Sir Wade left earlier with a scouting party to find out where...
Did he? Take your wounded back to the inn. Martha will see you're looked after.
And to think you took them for thieves.
When did Wade and his men arrive?
Not long after Rosalith fell. But they were making ready to leave, just...
Martha! Trouble! The scouting party's almost at the lift. And they got wounded with...
Damn it all.
We'll worry about them, Martha.
You look after everyone here.
I will. You two be safe.
My brothers.
Mad dogs. The lot of them.
Squire, I need you to get those who can... But what about... I didn't ask. Oh, sir.
Sir Wade.
Lord Rossfield. If you aren't a sight for sore eyes.
Martha seemed to think you might need some help. And by the looks of it...
We thought we could sneak by them. But we didn't know there would be so many. How could we have?
Behind you!
Damn it! We need to get the injured to safety.
Do you think we can hold them off?
We can certainly try. Are you with us, Sir Wade?
Always.
Then let's do our duty.
Is anyone hurt?
I don't think so.
And yet again, you've pulled me from the flames.
You've never been one to shy away from danger, Sir Wade.
I see you're all in one piece.
Martha!
Is something wrong?
The lookout saw smoke coming from down Eastpool way.
A second horde.
Feel like finishing the job?
Always.
Jill and I will make for Eastpool. You'll need to move the injured without her.
Don't you worry about them.
The moment my men are safe, I'll follow.
Just patch me up as quick as you can and get me back out there.
They're headed for the rest.
You have to slow them down. Martha and the others won't be ready.
Fire at
Something's coming.
Apologies, my lord. Did I miss anything?
Only the first round, Sir Wade. Shall we? Do you see any more?
No. I think that was the last of them.
But it won't be long before the...
Then we make for Martha's while we can.
What did you find out there?
The same as Sir Wade.
Well, wherever they came from, they're gone now. Hopefully we'll have enough time to look.
How many of your men were injured?
A damn sight less than if you hadn't.
It was a hard-fought victory. But as long as the skies remain dark, it's not a matter of if the Horde will be back. The inn here affords a good view of the land.
What do you say, Martha?
Well, when you put...
My lord, there's someone... Oscar, over here. It is an honor to make your acquaintance, Lord. I am Oscar.
Murdoch. I wasn't aware the Lord Commander had children.
Oh, he didn't. But his brother, my father, did. Well, go on, then. Yes, Sir Wade. If it please you, my Lord Marquis, I would learn the duties of a shield.
But I am a shield no longer, and spending time in the company of an outlaw hardly seems a fitting education for one.
My Aunt Hannah once told me that a man is not defined by his title, but what he does. You have accomplished much since taking on the mantle of... And I would sooner serve under an not that Sir Wade, and... It's all right. There is only so much the boy can learn from me.
But a squire...
Would that really be so bad? You were a squire once.
Know that I'll show you as much leniency as...
I would not have it any other...
First we find Isabel.
Saying he saw ghosts on the far side of the wall.
I saw it with my own eyes. The whole of Oriflamme under a flood.
And we're next.
I can't do it. I can't fight those things.
But you can. You must. For me. For us.
My lord. Milady.
We received the dame's message. There have been sightings of strange creatures, I understand.
With the blue eyes. Yes. Like a Kashik. They've taken so many.
A Kashik, but different.
Ultimus thralled. And what of your mistress? Is she...
Oh, no. She went to the garrison to ask what they were planning on doing about...
Then we'll look for her there.
We could leave. But where would we go?
2 soldiers were carrying another. He didn't have any legs.
Madame, please!
Half the garrison's been slaughtered by those things. We lost the captain this very morning.
We've tried requesting reinforcements, but there's been no word from the capital or the Dominion in days! What more would you have us do?
I would have you do your duty. Those at the Vale look to me for protection. And protect them I shall. Because they are my charges, and that is my duty. In case you have forgotten, the people of this town are your charges. But more than that, they are your people. Your sisters, your brothers, your lovers. So you have a choice. Lay down your sword and watch as they are slaughtered, or take it up and do what is right.
She speaks the truth, you know. This here is all we have.
What we have left is our lives! Do you really want us to lose them?
Not if we don't have to. Look, there's a cask under the captain's bunk.
I'm listening.
I'll have a word with him.
Ah, Clive. I didn't expect help to arrive so quickly. And sought to take matters into my...
It was a noble effort, but I thought you might still need some support.
I'd like you to consider my need.
What we need to consider is where the creatures came from.
The way the survivors speak of them, one would think they appeared out of thin air. And perhaps they did. It's hard to know what to believe these days.
We'll talk to the survivors.
That thing... it...
Did you see the creatures that attacked you?
Creatures? Yeah, they came out of nowhere. They went for Joseph first, then me, and then they were just gone.
Do you remember where you were?
On the road from Oriflamme. We just passed Moor when... Where's my Joseph?
It's all right. Just rest now. It's all right.
My family.
You're a pikeman, yes? What happened?
I've got family in Moor. I heard the flood was spreading, so I went to see if they were all right. And a pack of them glowing things found me in the meadow. I ran for my life. I never did get to the village.
Leave that to us.
At least we have an idea of where the thralls might be now. We should head for more.
I assume you have a plan?
We need to find out.
It was all they could do to escape. They just left the bodies there in the flood.
Come on.
Clive, look!
I see them. With me!
Save your strength.
Do you think there are more?
There are always more. But I'd say we've done what we...
Then we should let Isabel know.
You have the town's thanks.
Don't thank us yet. There will be more. Many more.
Oh, we shall. Isn't that right, Captain?
Yes, milady. The garrison will be ready.
Philippe here has convinced most of the men to remain at their posts.
Hearing that the Dane would look kindly on any man who committed himself to the task, so... it's not the most selfless of motives, I'll admit. But whatever it takes, eh? Now me, I never needed convincing. I became a soldier to protect the people I love. And the people I love include the ones standing...
Handsome and chivalrous.
Now, if you don't mind, I have sentries to post. Milady.
Lest you wonder, I'm not foolish enough to believe that this has solved all of my problems. But it has solved one, and that's one fewer than...
Our friends seem to have things under control. For now, at least. Let's go.
Welcome to the Patron's Whisper. Come to claim your just desserts? All yours. Come again. I may have more for you.
Was wondering when you turn up. At ours from all our friends. How is it you always manage to arrive at...
Luck, I suppose. Any word on the rest of the realm?
Let's see. The nations are still in chaos. And the skies are still the colour of a...
Right.
Clive, we knew this was going to happen. Well, now's not the time. Now's the time to visit the infirmary.
Thank you, Otto.
So it was not Sylvester, but Olivier who served as Ultima's puppet. And when Dion learned of this, he sought to slay the fiend. Only for his father to take the spear that would have freed him. Enough to drive a man to madness.
Small wonder he hasn't stirred. I would be afraid to wake.
Had I but reached out to him sooner, warned him of the threat Ultima posed. But now, both an empire and her prince lie broken.
Joshua, what do you know of Ultima?
Very little, I'm afraid. Despite my best efforts. 18 years ago, as I lay buried beneath the rubble of Phoenix Gate, 'twas not death who came for me, but another. And it was while in my rescuer's care, I first heard of Ultima. I've been chasing his shadow ever since. Ultima is driven by some deep, dark purpose, and for whatever reason, it would seem you are crucial to his designs. He will stop at nothing to have you, even if that means toppling an empire.
But why me? What possible use could I be to such a creature?
That is one of many answers that have eluded me. Yet, I am certain of this. It is not mere chance. You were chosen for a reason. All dominants carry within them the might of an icon. Nigh limitless power that is at once acutely limited. I wield fire, and only fire.
And I only ice. 8 wardens for 8 elements. But you, Clive.
You are different. You're special. Your abilities begin with the flames of Ifrit. But they do not end there. The fact Ifrit can even exist goes against everything we thought we knew of dominance. Perhaps Ultima has been waiting for one such as you, whose potential is truly limitless.
I've encountered that thing several times now. If it or he, as you say, needs me, why hasn't he claimed me as he did the boy?
Were I to hazard a guess, I'd say the two of you are somehow incompatible. His mind not properly attuned to your body.
His mind?
Mind, awareness, spirit, call it what you wish. But I believe Ultima to be an embodiment of the concept. This is why I struggle and fail to contain him here inside me.
I'm sorry. Inside you?
With every setting sun, I feel my strength wane. And though the Phoenix's flames mend the prison I have made for Ultima, they do so at a cost. We must find a means to bring an end to him before I meet my own.
What were you thinking?
It was that or let him take Clive. And I've always had a soft spot for my brother.
That doesn't mean you should sacrifice yourself to save me.
Joshua. Clive, it's Gav. There's an army of Akashic at the gates of Canver.
Well, what's the short of it?
I thought Tyre told you. The capital of the Free Cities is under siege by an army of monstrosities. The City Guard are doing their best to stem the tide, but numbers ain't on their side.
What of Lord Byron and Mid? Were they able to escape?
No, but they're all right for now. They're hiding with Gav at midship.
We have to get them out of there.
And we shall. Otto, prepare a Stolas. Tell Gav to stay exactly where he is.
Understood.
Vivian, what's the swiftest route to the Free Cities?
That sounds like a question for the map. Look here. This road, through Tabor, should provide the least trouble.
Good.
What a coincidence. Tabor is exactly where I'm bound.
Joshua, Bed is where you should be bound.
You don't think I told him the exact same thing?
Were Tyre not such a talented healer, I would surely have been inclined to agree. But, thanks to her ministrations, I feel I may safely rejoin my attendant, who was to wait for me in Tabor if we became separated.
All right, we travel together.
Clive.
If he stays close to me, he'll be fine.
Thank you, brother.
I'll look after him.
Did you see that? Tell me you saw that.
Is a storm coming, Sid? Will there be...
Sid, perhaps you can help me
I can certainly try. Who's gone missing this time?
It's not who, but what. Mid-scales. I borrowed them to teach the little ones about weight, and shortly after the lesson, my first thought was that they'd taken them off somewhere to play, but when I asked, they swore they hadn't, which almost certainly means they had.
Perhaps a visit from Sid.
I don't like to imagine that my pupils would lie to me. But if they have, they were in the atrium when I last saw them.
Seems the hideaway's lost its appetite.
Blasted book. Here, you put me in this situation, Clive. You can bloody well get me out of it. I need a hand with a recipe.
Are you sure it's me you're looking for? I'm not much of a cook.
I'm all the cook will be needing, thank you very much. What I want from you is a little of your time, right? Oh, and perhaps your sword. You remember Ivan's stew, right? So I thought I'd try making one of these supposed masterpieces.
It wasn't as straightforward as you'd hoped?
Yeah, but this is my blimmin' kitchen, and I will not be outdone.
I've never been one to play favourites, Molly. So...
A fried mortress of skyworm. Recipe seemed easy enough to an old hand like myself. Only, turns out skyworm livers and drake's mint...
Ivan said the recipes in the culinary pilgrimage date back centuries.
Wow. That's a question for a Scot, kindly old fella who wants...
Fine. And if he does, I'll see if I can...
You do that.
Did you see the pair that got hauled into tyres?
Aye, all their fancy silk stained red.
Rutherford. Wasn't that the name of my uncle's manservant? Why would he be at Martha's Rest?
What am I gonna do?
Is everything all right? You seem more...
Oh, I don't know what that means, but I think Nan might be in trouble.
It's all right.
There was a trader came by. Folk are saying she's been selling to bandits and cutthroats and that. I mean, she's fond of a chance to make a coin or two, but she'd never do business with baddies. Especially wanted to ask her about it myself, but she'd never give your tongue a...
Don't worry.
Oh, you'll let me know what she says, won't you?
Of course. I'm sure it's all just a misunderstanding. Lady Karen. How's business?
Not nearly as foul.
You're doing good.
Can't complain. Wait. What exactly are you getting at? Not once in 5 long years do you pay my affairs half a care. But here you are today, raking me over the coals like a bloody popoto.
Just asking. Out of interest. All right. I'm here because I was told that...
Oh, are you? And who was it who knows me?
All I know is that someone...
And what? You believe... Look, I've done things I'm not proud of. But that woman is no more.
You're right, Lady Karen. It was wrong of me to doubt you.
No. I reckon you've got better things.
Of course. I spoke with Lady Karen.
What did she say?
That the rumors were unfounded. and that I was a fool for thinking they might hold any truth, along with some other things that made her feelings clear. And while it sounds like she may have done things she regretted in her past, she says those days are behind her.
Oh, well, that's good. I knew Nan wasn't caught up in out bad. But why would people say she was? What did she ever do to them? It's not right.
But people do things for all sorts of reasons.
Well, I'm going to that trader. He said they were all, so that's where I'm going.
Are you sure that's wise?
Oh, but that's why...
I suppose it is.
It seems the hideaway has lost its appetite.
Is a storm coming, Sid? Will there be thunder?
Lawsman Harpocrates, I've come to pick your brain if you don't mind. It's about the book you lent Ivan.
Ah, Valisthea Acala. The young man did a wonderful job with the Chance's stew. I do hope we shall be able to sample more such marvels in due course.
That's actually why I'm here. I don't suppose you know where I might find skyworm livers and...
Ah, so the fabled sandbrick... Now, skyworm is a somewhat antiquated name for the wyvern. They're ground...
Dragon livers.
One would have thought. The disciples of Bahamut, I believe the specific dragon...
So we know where to look for our liver.
Saint's bonnet, in contemporary parlance. I gather that one can locate the cheerful yellow flower. I may add that people once believed game...
Meaning that if I find...
Best of luck, Clive, and do...
All this fuss over a few dark clouds. You'd think the people here have seen a storm before.
What do you reckon we should do?
Sid!
Hard at your studies, I see. It's not a set of scales, is it?
No. Of course it isn't.
Well, not anymore. It's...
And just how long hasn't it been one?
We're sorry.
But we didn't break them. We dismembered them.
Just like Miss Mididol showed us.
Miss Mididol? Why would she have you dismembering her?
Because that's the only way to become...
Miss Mididol said, the best way to see how something worked is to take it apart and put it back together.
Well then, your work is already half done.
About that.
The taking apart was easy enough, but...
Speak for yourself. The heavy thing goes at the bottom.
You three need to learn to take responsibility for your actions. So let's have a look at these parts with fresh eyes. All right. Everything here was once part of Miss Mididol's scales. Every piece has its own role to play. If even one of them is missing, the scales won't work. You already know one of the pieces. The body. Its role is to support everything else. This is called the arm. Why do you suppose that is?
You're right. It looks more like a wing. Like a chocobo wing!
You've ridden a chocobo before, haven't you, Sid?
I'll think about it. Now,
Hold things. So wait, maybe this arm holds things too?
good thinking. These round parts are called the pans.
I do. Molly uses them in the kitchens to fry bangers. But these aren't for frying bangers, you idiot. But what if I wanted to weigh goots?
Probably not.
What are the chains for?
Well spotted. Which means something must hold the chains up in turn. This tiny piece is what's called a cogwheel, or gear. Have you ever seen one?
I have. Miss Midodol's dungeon is full of...
She puts them in all her inventions.
That's right. They're very useful when you want to make things move. Do you remember if there was anything on the scales that moved?
I remember the arm moved when I tried weighing an apple.
It's not my fault.
You know what part's supposed to move, and so let's put the pieces together first.
Not a bad idea. So, now that we've taken stock of the parts and...
I think we've got it.
Then here's what we'll do. You tell me what...
Well, obviously you need to start with the body. All the other pieces fit onto it, don't they?
And the arms go on the body, just like real arm, and then the arms hold the pans.
Very good.
Yes!
Well, with Sid's help.
Oh, I just put the pieces together. It was you three engineers who...
That's right. We're Miss Midodol's hares.
Her hairs?
Yeah. Hares for the future. She's showing us her secrets now, so we can help out...
What do you think, Sid?
With a little more help from Miss Midodol and Miss Shirley.
You hear that?
Until then, though, do try to be honest with Miss Shirley.
Hey, look!
You don't think Sid forgot about it?
Is a storm coming, Sid? Will there be thunder?
Well, did you...
It was as you thought. The children had the scales. They dismantled them to see how they worked.
Oh, no, Mid will have my head.
Thankfully, she won't. This might even have been her idea, although I was the one who ended up teaching the lesson.
I'm so sorry, Sid. I shall see that the children are properly...
Please, there's no need. Mid seems to have taken the three of them under her wing. She'd have them follow in her footsteps.
I see. Sid, do you know why Mid has been spending so much...
She told me it was because her studies have been interrupted by events in Canva.
No, it isn't. The university offered her a commission. In exchange for full tuition, room and board, they asked her to oversee that. To anyone else it would be an opportunity. But to Mid, who lost both her parents to war, but that should come as no surprise. She's only ever cared about bringing people hope.
Which explains her heirs. She's working to give them a better life.
Ah, you've given them far more than that.
It's like a dream.
Fate seem bent on driving me from my inn. But if they want me out, they're gonna have to try harder.
My lord Marquis, it is you. I am Sebastian Rutherford.
Of course. We met once before.
Yes, my lord.
And what was so sensitive that you could...
1,000 apologies, my lord.
It's all right.
I am here at Martha's Rest, tasked with learning what I am able, and what I have learned is grim. The subsequent darkening of the heavens has only made things worse. The gears of governance have ground to a halt. The realm. Your lord, uncle, however...
That sounds like...
It is. Hence my having enlisted the aid...
Alas.
I have lost... They are both able-bodied and trained in the sword, yet in these dark times...
So you want me to find... I'll need to know whether...
One I sent to invent...
That doesn't exactly narrow it down.
Thank you, my lord.
It's not going to be easy finding one man in an entire republic. Let's hope someone here's seen something. It shouldn't be too hard to find goods.
Are the bad men going to come back?
The gentlemen of the town guard are a strapping bunch.
Fuck! The finest cell swords...
Could be I know something more.
Clive! I found someone who says he's a...
Have you?
Go on.
All right. It's like I said. A wizened old crone by the name of Karen's been selling steel to whoever... Says the more swords and spears she put... And the more war being waged. And who will they all... Why, the good
And you've seen this Reaper...
Aye, you'll find her right here.
Here in Delamil. Where exactly?
She has a stall here in the market. But it'd be a bolder man than me. Feeling bold, Now, if that's all...
Sorry to have kept...
You don't think...
Not unless she's discovered the secret of how to be...
Eh?
Lady Karen hasn't left the hideaway in weeks.
Good question.
And I'll visit this storehouse.
All right, but...
You too, Goods.
What a mess.
You fought very bravely.
The safety of the town is in our hands.
Time to brave the Viper's Nest.
Just you, is it?
It was a fairly unconvinced so.
That's up to die a slow death, boys.
Leave now and we can pretend this didn't happen.
Yeah!